The State of Crypto is presented by Tron, connecting the world to the power of cryptocurrency.
Bloomberg reports that Binance Australia's office was searched by the country's financial regulator, and it wasn't for stray wombats. Joining us now to discuss is CoinDesk Global Policy and Regulation Managing Editor Nick Day, who is also CoinDesk's State of Crypto newsletter editor. My gosh, if you don't subscribe to it, really, you're shaming your family. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning.
Okay, so Binance, another country, another continent, a whole continent is going after them. This time, granted, it's Australia. Not the most polite people in the world, but hey, they have a point, do they? What's going on?
Yeah, so according to the report from Bloomberg, Binance Australia was searched by the Australian Securities Commission on questions about how it's treating derivatives products and investors. So, a little bit of background here. The regulator had previously revoked Binance's authority to trade certain derivatives products. But what's kind of more interesting to me is we have this broader picture of, as you mentioned in your intro, this is not the first time a country's searched Binance's offices. Earlier this year, France, had regulators investigate and visit Binance's offices, and of course, we're seeing this kind of broader global, look at Binance more specifically. But all of these regulators are coming after Binance, or at least looking into Binance, on different, types of allegations. They're tied to, how it's handling crypto products specifically, how it's handling derivatives products. In the U.S., of course, you have the SEC and CFTC lawsuits. So it's really interesting that there's just these different regulators around the world looking into Binance and investigating Binance on a number of different aspects of its business.
Nick, do you think there's any coordination here? I know the whole Binance crew thinks it's this vast conspiracy of nations, but I mean, did you see any evidence of any kind of coordination between all these countries that are, because we've seen quite a few of them, in recent weeks?
There might be some coordination for sure. We've previously heard reports that, the SEC, for example, has asked for assistance from investigators in the European Union. So there might be some coordination, insofar as that goes. It could also be that, the fact that the U.S., launched not one, but at this point, 2 high-profile lawsuits against Binance could have spurred other regulators to say, okay, well, this is the time, so let's get on it. To what extent there might be a coordination on this, I think it's hard to say.
Nick, what's Binance saying about all of this?
Well, Binance said in a statement emailed today that it's cooperating with the Australian regulators and it's working to remain compliant. And that's been Binance's position for a while now, that it's beefed up its compliance team and is continuing to try and remain compliant with the various regulations and rules that exist in the countries it's operating in.
And lastly, has the Australian Securities and Investments Commission released any information about the search or the ongoing investigation?
Not at this time that I've seen. So far, it just seems to be a no comment.
All right, Nick, we are going to leave it there. A spokesperson for the Australian Securities and Investment Commission told CoinDesk that its investigation is, quote, ongoing, but that it was, quote, unable to confirm or deny any operational details, such as possible searches. Nick, thank you very much for joining us this morning. It is always a pleasure. That was CoinDesk Global Policy and Regulation Managing Editor Nick Day. Don't forget to sign up for the State of Crypto newsletter on CoinDesk.com.